Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
We Indians are quite in love with retro classic motorcycles, isn't it? The impressive sales numbers of Royal Enfield along with the recent buzz surrounding Java motorcycles are a clear proof for that. These cruisers have a big fan following, and why not? These machines have their own old school charm, and these let you make an entry in style wherever you go. Now during its second innings in India, Benelli aims to launch a wide range of products and is also eyeing the Royal Enfield territory with this, the Imperiale 400. So is the Benelli Imperiale 400 a worthy alternative to the Royal Enfield 350, and is it a pure value for money offering? Let's find out the answers together in this video. Benelli Imperiale 400 has a no-nonsense design and it looks like a pure retro classic motorcycle no matter what angle you choose to look it from. The front gets a rounded headlamp that is a signature highlight for these type of motorcycles. The bike has a classic style fuel tank that gets rubber pads like the ones that you must have seen on Royal Enfields. Unlike its competition, the Benelli Imperiale 400 gets a complete blacked out engine that looks good for a change. You will find chrome on the rear view mirrors, headlamp bezel, turn indicators and the tail lamp for a touch of premiumness. The bike gets a split seating layout and these get contrast stitching for a better visual appeal. Like typical retro classic motorcycles, this one too has a longer rear fender. The silver heat shield on the exhaust looks good against the black colored silencer, but we wish that it should have been extended a bit towards the rear in the favor of better safety. The instrument cluster of the Imperiale 400 is a digital analog unit with a twin pod layout. The unit is the most informative in its class as it features a tachometer and gear position display, something that is missing on the Royal Enfield 350 and the Java. Talking of segment first features, another one is the hazard lamps that prove beneficial in tricky situations. The Benelli Imperiale 400 draws power from a 374cc single-cylinder air-cooled engine that is good for producing 20.7 horsepower along with a peak torque of 29 Newton meters. Gearbox is a 5-speed unit. The engine has a solid low and mid-range, all thanks to which the Imperiale pulls ahead quite effortlessly and it really facilitates quick overtakes in the city. The biggest highlight of this engine is its high level of refinement that stays intact throughout the rev range. The sweet spot is 80 to 90 km an hour, and even at speeds of close to 100 km an hour, there is no significant buzz that just adds to the riding experience. Once you cross 4000 to 4500 rpm, the vibes become quite apparent and you can feel these through the foot pegs and the handlebar. Gear shifts are smooth and precise and we hardly experienced a false neutral during our ride. That said, apart from being a decent old school cruiser, the Imperiale 400 is a great highway machine as well, one that lets you do triple digit speeds all day long with a top speed of close to 135 km an hour. Out on the open roads, the smooth engine along with a crisp throttle response adds richness to the riding experience. Also, with the tune of the rumble from the exhaust note, you can clearly hear the bike sing along on the highways. We were not able to record the exact fuel efficiency due to our short stint with the motorcycle. However, after covering almost 280 kilometers, the fuel gauge was showing 2 bars of fuel left, suggesting a fuel economy of close to 35 kilometers to a liter. Benelli is known for making some sweet sounding machines and the Imperiale 400 is no different. Let's check out its exhaust note. Benelli Imperiale 400 uses a double cradle chassis and gets conventional telescopic forks up front along with twin spring shock absorbers at the rear. The suspension is set on a stiffer side and is good enough to soak the uneasiness of the road. Our ride constituted a fair amount of off-road and broken surfaces, and the bike did manage to cross them all without any complaints. The Imperiale 400 gets a 100 section front and 130 section rear tire, and these are the widest when compared to its rivals. The grip from the TVS tires is quite decent, and these offered enough grip even during corners at reasonably higher speeds. The straight line stability is also commendable, and the bike didn't seem nervous even after pushing it out of its comfort zone. At 205 kgs, the Imperiale 400 is the heaviest bike in its segment, but the added weight didn't come across as a problem even while putting the bike on its center stand. The Imperiale 400 gets a wide and adequately cushioned seat for the rider that offers apt comfort for day-to-day commutes. However, out on the longer rides, you will feel that the cushioning could have been a little bit better, as you will start feeling discomfort after spending 1 to 1.5 hours on the saddle. The Imperiale 400 gets a 300mm disc brake up front along with a 240mm disc brake at the rear with a standard dual channel ABS. Both the front and the rear have a decent feedback but lack that instant bite, and hence you will need to be a bit cautious while riding at high speeds on the highways.
At Rs 1.69 lakh, the Benelli Imperiale 400 is slightly expensive than two of its prime rivals. However, the fact that the company is offering 3-year unlimited kilometer warranty with this bike, along with complimentary service for the first 2 years, only adds to the value for money quotient.
Now, bringing the competition into the picture, the Imperiale 400 directly goes up against the Classic 350 from Royal Enfield that currently has over 800 dealerships across India. Benelli, in comparison, has just 24 at present that it intends to take to 30 by December this year and double the number in 2020. On the other hand, Java is struggling to deliver motorcycles at present, and in most of the cities, the waiting period is as long as over 6 months. In comparison, the Benelli customers will be getting an advantage here, as the company has already commenced the deliveries of the Imperiale 400 starting Diwali.
The Imperiale has a fantastic engine, great ride quality and better features compared to its competition. Now, to answer the big question, is it a worthy alternative to the Royal Enfield 350? Well, it certainly seems so. The first ride impressions are really positive, and we shall reveal how the bike performs on a day-to-day basis once it comes to us for a proper road test. Until next time, this is Pradeep Shah signing off, and if you still haven't, please subscribe to our Express Drives YouTube channel for more such videos.